Good afternoon. It is Sunday, November 2nd, 2025. I typically don't get on over the weekend to do videos simply because the events that happen usually unfold on Fridays and then start picking up on Mondays. But last night there was two different things that caught my attention, some of which I'm actually talking to you guys on the Telegram group that are concerning. One, the UK terror attack that it wounded 11, two of which critically. Suspect is still not named. We don't know anything about the suspect, and there doesn't seem to be widespread coverage of that. But that is the one thing. And two would be the manhunt for the two suspects in the Harvard Medical Building explosion. These are concerning for two different reasons. One, there is the lack of real coverage on these when these are pretty significant events. And two, the reason why it's concerning is there is a lack of accountability on people in general to get involved, especially during an attack like this. I know the United Kingdom has very strict pew pew laws as well as any sort of weapon, but nonetheless, the inability for people to act is going to be the reason why these things are more prevalent and worse off than what they are. How could you prevent any of this? One, if you are legally allowed to own and carry a pew pew, you should be doing so and do that everywhere you go, again, within legal limits. Two, you should have a comprehensive medical kit and or comprehensive medical knowledge in order to render first aid, tourniquet, so on and so forth. Again, this channel offers a beautiful, amazing website, darknightmedics.com, where you can both buy and learn how to use the medical gear in your kits. But moving forward, I see this becoming a more prevalent thing. Hamas in New York City put out a thing saying that there will be another attack. And I feel that with the prospective mayor we are going to get here in New York City, that is going to become a reality. Crime in general is going to go through the roof, and I think that it's going to be a very dangerous 4 years if it hasn't been already. I know each and every one of you are concerned with the SNAP benefit that is going on right now. Right now, there is no funding for SNAP benefit. There was a Massachusetts judge which ordered funding to be used out of some emergency fund, which I don't necessarily agree with, but and that could take up to 14 days to fund that if there is no legal challenges and it gets to the Supreme Court. But I do think there's going to be some very difficult times where each and every one of you might be put into a difficult situation where you're going to have to choose your life or someone else's. I think that that day is coming. And I don't mean that in any negative recourse or sense. Again, this channel chooses to be self reliant, and it's maintaining that we do not want you here at this channel to get involved in anything. We don't want to preach hate. We're not preaching hate. We're not doing any of that. But there is going to come a situation in your life where you're either going to A, have to defend yourself, or B, going to have to do some sort of medical intervention in order to save someone's life. And I hope this assessment is wrong, but the more and more that I see happening in the news, the more I see people disregard simple rules like not driving on the shoulder, running red lights, running stop signs, the more I see we are inching closer to lawlessness. So you need to continue to prepare. You need to continue to prep. You need to continue to maintain that ability to be ungovernable. What do I mean by that? You need to be completely self-reliant. You need to be able to live and thrive without any assistance from anybody. That is the only way to win at this game right now. And the more things are going on and the more there's lack of coverage for simple things like a terror attack in a subway system, we have one of the largest, if not largest, subway systems here in America. And the fact that doesn't seem to be any news about reactive steps by military first responders, meaning police, federal police in order to beef up security, it speaks volumes. So make sure if you're legally allowed to do so, you have your Second Amendment right with you, and make sure you have a means to deal with a blowout, a first aid kit, an IFAK, whatever you want to refer to it as. And lastly, beware of your surroundings. If something is giving you that gut feeling, chances are your gut feeling is correct, and you need to be able to take care of it accordingly. Hopefully this video finds you well. And like always, check out Patreon, www.patreon.com/cityprepper718 for more in-depth videos and talks about the topics we were talking about on here. Have a great day and stay tuned for further.